What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu Linux operating system on VirtualBox the correct way to where it works good and you won't receive any errors. Because myself, when I first tried to download Ubuntu on the VirtualBox, I couldn't get it to load up. I kept receiving an error, something about the kernel. I can't remember the exact error name. But I found a way to get everything running smooth, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So what we're going to do is you're going to open VirtualBox. You want to click New because we're adding a new machine. And here, the name of the machine. I'm going to name my machine Client Machine because I'm going to be experimenting with this machine later. So this is going to be my client machine. And let's see here. That's the location, the C drive, users, Smink, VirtualBox. That's where we want to save. ISO image. Now this is important also. You want to download the Ubuntu ISO image before you do any of this. It is free. Ubuntu is open source. So to do that, let's just hit X on that. I'll show you. Just go to Google, type in Ubuntu ISO download, and click on this link here, and it brings you to the page where you want to download it. Scroll down, Ubuntu, here it is, and you would click download, but I'm not going to click on it because I already have it. So once it downloads, let's go back to our VirtualBox, and I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay, so client machine, that's where you want to save it. The ISO image is there. Type of operating system. Obviously, we want Linux. It picked up on that once you put the ISO image in there, but you do want Linux because that's the type of operating system we were wanting. Version is Ubuntu. Skip unintended installation. That's very important. You want to skip that. Otherwise, it'll install it as a guest operating system and you won't have access to sudo features and it's just a big mess. So to make things easy, skip unintended installation. This is blocked out because we're skipping it. Our hardware. Base memory, we're going to increase it a little bit to, that's good enough here. Processors. Now, I think this is what was giving me the error code when I first started experimenting with virtual machines because I would install the Ubuntu operating system, and once the installation was complete, I would exit out of it. And when I wanted to get back in my Ubuntu VirtualBox, it would not load up. I would always get some sort of error code. So I would have to delete the whole thing, try again, and always had a problem. And I figured it out. You want to change your processors to 2, and that should change it to 2. You shouldn't receive any error codes. It should run smooth and fine. So that looks good. Processors 2. Hard disk. You can allocate as much space as you want. Just make sure it's enough to where the memory's not low. I'm gonna give it 50 gigabytes. That's good just to play around with. And I believe that's everything on this menu. Let's double check it real quick. Client machine, Linux, skip unintended install, hardware, processors, hard disk. All right, we're gonna hit finish. Now, before we start this, I always change my network to attach to. I always change it to bridge adapter because, like I said, I like to experiment with these virtual machines, with SSH shells, PuTTY, uh, and so forth and whatnot. So it's good to change this to bridge adapter. So go into network, change that to bridge adapter. We got to do some other things in here and click general, go to advanced, you want these two options both bidirectional. Okay. System, that looks good. Display, I like to enable 3D acceleration. I think it runs a lot smoother and faster. Storage, we already did all that. Looks good. And that's basically how you set it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run it. Start. Now, it's going to run slow right now, but after the installation process, every time you go into Linux, it runs smooth. Like just this first time, it takes a while to load up. So you want to hit, let's maximize this. Try or install Ubuntu. You can actually try the operating system before you install it. And this is the part that I was telling you about. It's going to take a little while to load in, but like I said, it only does this on the first time after the operating system is installed and you open up your virtual machine. Runs smooth. So it's just a one-time thing. You just got to be patient. I apologize. I don't have any background music going on during this video, but that's okay. It's good to enjoy some peace and quiet sometimes. And like I said, it's not frozen. The screen is black. It's going to load up. Just be patient with it. Don't exit out. See, you can tell. Keep your cursor over the black screen. You'll see that. That means it's working. It's loading. Oh, that was a little loud. But that's okay. Okay, so what you want to do here, I want to select English. You can try Ubuntu before you install it, but I want to install it. So install Ubuntu. Choose your keyboard layout. English, English. Continue. What apps would you like to install to start with? You want to do normal installation, other options, whatever your preference is. For me, I'm just going to download updates while installing, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to install third-party software. So continue. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. This computer currently has no detected operating systems. What would you like to do? We want to erase disk and install Ubuntu. Now it's just like installing an operating system on a fresh computer. But do not worry, this is not going to erase your physical hard drive on your computer. Remember, these are virtual machines. They're basically a separate computer inside of your computer. So you do not have to worry about anything. You want to select this option, erase disk and install Ubuntu. Click install now. And as you can see, it's going to parson out everything for you. Warning, this will delete all programs, but like I said, you don't have to worry. This is in a virtual computer. So click continue. And that bad boy's loading, so just give it a second. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, there we go. And where are you? I currently am in Texas, so I'll put Texas. Continue. And your name, your computer's name. I'm going to put client because, like I said, this is going to be my client machine and my lab project I'm going to do. Your computer's name, client at VirtualBox. Pick username, client. That'll work. And you want to set your password and do not tell anybody your password because you don't want anybody logging onto your stuff, So want to keep that to yourself. Require my password to log in. I'm going to leave that how it is. Select continue. And now the installation is proceeding. Now this is going to take a little bit, probably 10 minutes or so. But just sit back, relax, and after this is done, you're pretty much good to go. You just log into your virtual machine and you start experimenting. And it'll load up, no problems. It'll work fast, it'll work smooth. So that is how you install Ubuntu on a virtual box. Hope you liked the video. Uh, Click like and subscribe, and thank you guys.